He even attempted suicide twice in jail, but was saved by prison guards.
Why?
I don't know.
I feel like with prisoners, especially murderers, it should just be like a DNR. Do not resuscitate.
Yeah, I agree. Since then, he has been incarcerated at the California Medical Facility in Solano County. Although he was eligible to apply for parole, he always refused to exercise it and said he was happy in prison. The world's most famous serial killer. After being arrested and acting like he was rehabilitated, he became an important source of information for the FBI. In several interviews, the killer explained to officers John Douglas and Mark Olshaker what he considered to be behind his actions. His statements were essential for the development of the method used to this day by the authorities to identify serial killers and even for the arrest of other criminals.
That was a lot of information.
It was.
Where did you get that
This was
from
all
again?
from casocriminal.org.
Okay, so before we move,
CASO criminal.
yeah, not queso as in cheese.
Yeah, not queso as in cheese.
So I did my own little
Oh.
mini serial killer
I love it.
legend report.
I love it.
So I looked up super vintage serial killers.
Yeah.
And by super vintage, I mean this is in the 1300s. So
Ooh,
there is
I love
not,
that.
it is mostly urban legend.
Okay.
Except for in some historian books, which I have written down, there are stated facts. Just some of it's, I hate the term for this, romanticized.
Uh-huh. I understand.
So Christy Cleek, the legendary Scottish cannibal.
Love it.
Andrew Christie, a butcher from Perch. According to folklore in the mid-1300s, in Scotland there was a severe famine. And I think it's pronounced Hector, it might be Bocci
Okay.
or Bochi.
Okay.
A philosopher and historian recorded that in the 1340s there was a mice and ratones plague throughout Scotland. So mice and rats.
Is this like from the Pied Piper thing?
No, I literally just
Like,
looked up
the guy who led the mice and rats out of that one city.
That's German.
Is it German?
It's a German thing.
It's not Pied Piper. I don't
think.
remember what it is.
Yeah, the Pied Piper of
Is
Hamilton.
it? Okay.
So since it was a famine time and Andrew Christie was a butcher and he had nothing to butcher, there was nothing to eat, he fled Perth.
Okay.
And joined a group of scavengers.
Okay.
In Scotland, there's this mountain.
Okay.
And it's like a traveling pass. And while he was with the scavengers, eventually the inevitable happened and someone died.
Mm-hmm.
But Christie, being a butcher, put his skills to use.
Oh my!
And butchered the body and cooked it up for the rest of everyone else. They were already wild men at this point, living out in the wilderness and being famine driven and having given up on the law or believing in help. This group of scavengers developed a taste for human flesh. It is said that under Christie's leadership, they began to ambush travelers in it's Grampian or Grampian mountain area. It looks like Grampian, Grampians. Okay. Like, I would just say the Grampy Mountains.
Yes.
So they would trap and eat the travelers and their horses as if it was a small group going through. It is alleged that Christie would hang his victims or drag his victims down from their horses and then hang them on a hook or a rod like you would hang
them out or dry beef or something.
Correct. Or like hang a pig.
Yeah.
And that's how he earned the sobriquet or calling card of being called. Then it was like a clique, which is a crook.
Okay, all I think about is a gleeking.
A gleek.
Like,
yeah,
what?
they called him clique or crook.
Okay.
Apparently 30 travelers supposedly fell to this man and his gang of scavengers. So much so that it was so dangerous for people to travel through there that an armed battalion from Perth came to the mountains and hunted them down. And they were all defeated except for Christie, who escaped. And according to legend, re-entered society under a new name. Not much is recorded except for his name and that he was a cannibal and that his methods, like how he would hook them.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really all that's known of him.
That's crazy.
They know the gang, like it was recorded that the group he was with all perished, but no one knew if Christie was grabbed or not.
Wow. Probably died from eating human flesh.
Probably. One could hope.
Yes, I would hope.
So that's my super vintage serial killer.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Pay attention. It's time for the regularly scheduled portion of the podcast, Song of the Week.
So my song of the week this week is Last Day on Earth by Ty Verdes. Another TikTok.
Another TikTok one.
Yeah. I enjoy yours, obviously.
Going along with the Greta Van Fleet train of ordering tickets and planning our concert, I decided today would be a great day to have my song as Highway Tune by the one and only Greta Van Fleet.
Yes, you are not living up to your dark metal.
I'm not. This season, I am.
Wow. Who is she?
Who is she? Don't worry. I will slip into a cloud of depression again sometime. This week on the Cena segment, I'm being accountable with my books. I am currently reading The ABCs of Self-Love by Melody Gottfried. Would you say Gottfried? Or
Gottfried,
even though it doesn't have an I.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's like a digestible one. I sent you a screenshot of it when we were talking about dreams.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was one of the work. It's a book that you read and then it has journaling prompts.
Yeah.
So it's like a workbook, but I'm just sort of reading through it and then I'll revisit it.
Like Megan's shadow work she's doing right now.
Yeah.
I love that.
So.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Love letter number 2.
Yep.
31 things I love about you. 1, your blue eyes. 2, your big laugh, especially when it becomes the those are my favorites. Your honesty. It is more valued than you know. That was 3. 4, you hold me accountable to myself. You really hold everybody accountable, which is nice. 5, your unwavering loyalty. 6, the fact that you hold my hand everywhere and anywhere because physical touch is my love language.
In the car.
In the car, walking into grocery stores.
Yeah.
In the movie theaters.
Yeah. Who cares what people think?
Who cares? So that was 6. 7, your fashion advice because we both know I'm eclectic.
Yes. And we'll try everything.
I'll try
even
everything.
if she should not.
8, you bring my trash bins back as my future spouse should.
Yes.
9, and this is the one that other people might think is toxic, but I love it.
Okay.
You stalk my location to make sure I'm safe and not sobbing in a car somewhere.
Literally, I was stalking your location this week, and I was stalking Josh's yesterday, and I was on the phone with Brittany, and she's like, I need to share my location with you. I'm like, I'm just telling you, I will stalk you even when I'm not around you.
You need another computer screen at work just to have our locations.
Yes, I'm like, I just want you to know. I will just look at your location and be like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
10. You spoil me. 11. I love how deep the well of your emotions are. It's like,
ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth? 12. You're brave. 13. And because it's your favorite number, I made it a Harry Potter one.
Yes.
Your love of Harry Potter is something we share and bond over.
Yeah.
14. You understand the crazy of my brain.
Yes.
15. You're a list maker, and I love lists.
Yeah.
16. You dive into whatever crazy projects I can think of and bring order to them.
Yeah.
17. You know how to be there for me when I'm sad. 18. Your Starbucks addiction enables mine. Perfectly paired. 19. You go out of your way to make me feel special. 20. Your company is always comforting and fun, even when we're quiet. 21. You're not afraid to dance around the dining room table with me.
Literally my favorite one.
Yes.
I think about that moment more often than you probably think I do.
I think about it too. 22. You know me better than I do. 23. In your busy life, you still make time for me. Number 24. Our love of tacos is real.
Yes.
25. I feel like nothing bad can happen when it's just the two of us. 26. Burn booking and learning not to feel guilty is all because of you.
Yep.
27. When shit needs done, you show the fuck up.
Yes.
28. I love that even when we're apart, we're still connected. 29. You always want what's best for me. 30. You are the person who taught me what self-love and acceptance is. And 31. I know no matter what that I can always trust you. You're my best friend. Ugh. So that's love letter
I loved
2.
all of them, especially because they were all true.
I wouldn't lie to you, baby.
Literally, I know, but it's like it's things that I know that I do, but I'm not gonna be like, I did this today. Like I'm not gonna. I am not gonna do. I'm not gonna gloat about anything that I do because I do them out of love.
You've been listening to the Wife Wednesday podcast. I've been judging Andrew Christie, the serial killer,
and I'm just 6'9" at the age of 15.
Bye. All right, wives, we are at Wife Wednesday Pod on Instagram and Facebook. And because Twitter can go fuck themselves, you can find us at Wife Wed Podcast. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and of course on our host, Spreaker. You can reach out to us on any platform or email us directly at info@wifewednesdaypod.com. Our episodes drop every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Remember, we post Song of the Week every week on Instagram stories, and it is saved in highlights. And for our book clubs, we have all the books we read listed on Goodreads, which can be found on our link tree located in our bio on all platforms, along with our Spotify Song of the Week playlists. We would also like to thank our manager, Dustin, for dealing with us on a weekly basis.